Today, Matt and I discuss Franchise Discovery Day, what it is and why it's important. Welcome to the Alloy Personal Training Business Podcast, where we'll share our insights on how to make more money, how to help more people, and how to be a better leader for your business and your community. We've been in this game since 1992, and we'll share our successes and failures along the way. I hope you enjoy and subscribe. Alloy, Matt.
Alloy, matey.
Oi, arg.
It's so stupid.
I know. Well, people say that. They mispronounce alloy as alloy, which to me sounds like a pirate greeting. Do you agree? Alloy.
Never really thought of how to spell alloy, but
I'm pretty sure it would just have one L or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that fancy little squiggle above the E.
Yeah, well, if it doesn't work out, we could like start a pirate ship or something. Pirate ship mini golf or something, you know?
Yeah. Or like a skincare company. Alloy. It sounds very like, right?
Look at you.
Oh, yeah. Put your Alloy night creams on.
Maybe
like
we'll have a new line. Maybe we just have that anyway.
What's that?
We'll have the face cream.
That might take over.
Boost
honestly.
your metabolism. You burn like an extra 2,000 calories.
Well, since I'm in our target demo, it wouldn't be a bad idea. So get your body in shape, but then you run the risk of having the helmet not match the uniform. So if you buy the new Alloy moisturizing cream, night creams and such, and salves and whatnot, then you can also make your face look better.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's probably our best seller.
Well, we got to wait till some of the mask stuff goes away, because right now it really doesn't matter. Right now, all you have to do is work on the neck down, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about masks today, Matt?
It's my favorite topic.
Yes. Matt loves any type of topic regarding COVID masks or, what else? We could talk about Afghanistan. There's so many fun things to talk about that are not even that politically charged that we could just discuss openly.
I'm good. You know what I want to talk about today was Discovery Day.
Well, you know what I want to talk about first?
Okay, what you got?
Fidgeting.
Oh, yeah, I like that. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So for any of you guys that are in the industry or that like science, it's also a controversial word these days, but hashtag science. Is it Andrew? It's Andrew Huberman, right?
Yes.
So the Huberman Lab,
yeah.
The Huberman Lab, he is a professor. I think he's a neurologist and an ophthalmologist by trade, but he's a researcher at Stanford University. Mm-hmm. And he's like a pretty cool dude. I mean, he communicates really well, but he'll do a series of podcasts on things like sleep, fat loss, muscle building, and like what we're really seeing these days scientifically.
Yeah.
Thankfully, a lot of it lines up with Alloy and what our Alloy. What our prescription is for clients. But there was one that was really interesting. It was all fat loss. And of course, that's usually at least one of the goals that people have when they come in is to drop some weight. I think it's very common in our current modern society that people have a weight loss goal. And so it was like breaking down weight loss in general, like how it works. And as you can imagine, it's, it is a little bit of calories in, calories out. It's a little bit of quality of calories. It's, as far as exercise is concerned, it's like do some hard things sometimes. And then the biggest impact that we underestimate, I would say, in our country is something that we've addressed on other podcasts, which are NEAT calories, which NEAT's just an acronym that basically stands for moving around more, right?
Yep.
Non-exercise. And so NEAT calories would be gardening, walking, not even exercise, walking, just moving around, taking the stairs. But one of the ones that was funny that Matt and I talked about that you guys would like is fidgeting. So people that were thinner, and he used these examples of like, we all know that person that can have that second donut or whatever, right? That talks fast and they're always fidgeting and moving. And I guess fidgeting would be like, you move your hands when you talk, or you sit next to those people and their knees always bouncing. But what was so interesting about that was the amount of calorie burn that amounted to, or totaled on a daily basis was way higher than I would have thought.
Yeah, 800 to 2,500 a day.
Yeah, so imagine somebody's burning another 2,500 a day because they simply fidget. They get up and down a lot. When they are sitting down, they're never sitting still. Their feet are moving, their hands are moving, whatever that is. 2,500 a day. Yeah. It'd probably be appropriate for someone like, your size, 200 pounds, my size, whatever that is. It's like, we would probably burn that. But I think when you look at maybe our society, we tend to like, because there's cars and desks and, we're a modern society, if you will. I think we go and exercise a lot of the times and you tick that box and you might be like, man, I burned 800 calories today on my workout. And then you come home and then you don't do anything.
Right back down.
And I think there's like a term, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's something like active sedentary, which is sort of an oxymoron, but it's sort of like you exercise every day,
right?
But then you do nothing outside of that.
Yep.
And what's interesting is the little old lady down the street from you that gardens and moves and fidgets all day is probably burning 3 times the calories that you are.
Right.
So you could say, well, at least I'm doing something, and that's true. It's better than being the person who's very sedentary who doesn't exercise. But I think if you really wanted to put a lifestyle together that would lend itself to keeping yourself lean and fit, you would exercise hard with some kind of strength training, right? Mm-hmm. 2 or 3 days a week. That's our prescription. And then you just need to move more. And that movement could literally be just fidget, which sounds silly, but I mean, you think about, okay, you're sitting on the couch, maybe you're just bouncing a leg or something like that. I mean, it's probably going to drive your family and your partner crazy. But yeah, just fidget more and you could literally stay lean doing that. So it's interesting. I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really simple. So if you just started bouncing your knee all day?
I'm literally doing that right now. How about you? It's like, yeah, exactly. What is that noise? That's Rick Thumper. That's Thumper. And then the other one that I thought was funny was shivering, but like that's just too uncomfortable for most. Like Matt actually tried it. I want you guys to know that he got in a cold shower and got out and stood there until he shivered and then got back in.
The Alloy Lab. We made it happen.
That's right. Yeah.
But it was the same premise. It's like, you're fidgeting, you're moving, so you're shivering, you're moving, you're burning more calories.
Right.
What it was going.
Well, and that's a common fallacy, like not amongst fitness professionals that are in the know, but for like the general fitness consumer who doesn't know, they think if you're hot and sweating that you're burning more calories, but you're actually not. You burn more calories in the cold.
Yeah.
Because it takes more energy to keep you warm, right? And obviously, when you're exercising, you're probably not going to get to the shivering phase. But shivering in and of itself is a way of fidgeting, right? Which would burn quite a few calories. Mm-hmm. And it has to do with like white fat. There's different kinds of body fat, white fat, brown fat, right? Beige fat, and sort of the transformation from one kind of fat to the other and what each one does. And it gets like way in the hole. I would recommend you guys listen to it though. So
that's awesome.
Andrew Huberman podcast. So that's it. So that's 20 minutes of BS. Let's get to the point today. It's a short one. That's why we allowed ourselves to ramble. But we're going to talk about Discovery Day.
Yeah.
And what is Discovery Day? And so this is very franchise specific, but for those of you in the fitness industry that are interested in franchising, you think about buying one, this is what it is. So Discovery Day is a way, it's a visit to what we would call the mothership or here at the corporate office. So it's a chance for candidates to come to our office and to meet us personally.
Yep.
To meet the team, to see the facilities, to see all of the inner workings in what we do, to learn more about our culture, and just to take the biggest peek under the covers that they possibly could before they choose to try to get involved with an Alloy franchise, right? And so it's typically like a day long. Like we might start in the afternoon, and we would meet the team. We would do like a sample workout so that they would understand like what it is that we do. We might take them through our induction process. They can see how we're different, right? And then, we wrap up. It's a high energy day. It's not getting in the weeds too much. It's just letting everybody meet the team and to experience what an Alloy customer would experience so they can get their head around it. Of course, for our brand, we are going to show a little of the science behind the workouts because that's one of the differentiators is it's not just like, best workout in town, just, some kind of empty claim. It's like, listen, yes, there's great energy, but there's also a reason why people, that are 45 to 65 can come in here with an injury and still be athletic and still train. Mm-hmm. And we're going to show them how we do that. Then that night you're going to go to dinner and you get to, there's nothing like sitting down with someone and breaking bread and having a few drinks, that type of things, and just to get to know people better.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Come in the next day. We cover some metrics. We set expectations for how long it takes to open a facility, what the steps are going to be in the process. So a little bit of the construction team's involved. And you just, you by the time you leave, everything you need to know from who are the founders, what are they all about, what's the team like, what's the programming like, what is like a day in the life of an owner look like, what's this process going to look like when I say yes, that type of thing. And so it's the best way ultimately for, a candidate of Alloy franchise to come in and see what we're all about. And I think the thing that I want people to hear, and that maybe people don't understand, it's also a really good opportunity for us to vet candidates.
Sure.
Right. And I've had this conversation with a few people, but I've been sitting in the air quote sales seat for franchising. And I will tell you that it's really not. The reason it's not sales per se, it's like you're presenting an opportunity. And if you have a good candidate, you agree to enter a partnership, because that's essentially at a high level what a franchise is. I'm using your capital to build my business, and then you're buying an opportunity, and I'm providing you with a vehicle to go and make money, right, and service your community. So it really is a partnership. And so we have had people that we've talked to that have had plenty of money that were just culturally horrible fits, right? Maybe they just weren't nice people. And we have said no. So when you think I'm sitting in the air quote sales seat, you would take all comers, anybody that had their wallet hanging out that had enough money, we would take them. And that is not true at all.
Well, no. I mean, I just want this to be successful, right? We want you to be successful. So
yeah, and I mean, I don't want to work with someone like that. I don't want somebody that's like that to represent our brand, right? So we've had people in, and they've just been maybe not the right character, and it's like, no, not you, because you have a lot of money, but you tend to throw it around, and you are rude to the wait staff or something. It's like, okay, that's a no go. Like, I don't like that person, right?
Right.
And listen, we don't have to be best friends, but at the same time, I need you to be a decent person to be in our brand. And we're fortunate enough to have enough leads and to have enough interest to be able to make those choices. So we're not desperate by any means. If anything, we're more picky than ever. And it's important to me that we continue to build our company with integrity. We have a new partner, a new sales partner with the Repum team, right? Which is going to take over sales for us. And there are now our construction arm as well. And then they also have a really robust ops side, which is great. So it's a great partner to come alongside us and help us navigate this whole franchise world. And they do great marketing through the broker networks, things like that they're good at. Part of the sales process that they bring to the table is everyone comes to Discovery Day because they, again, these guys have massive experience. Some of them come from a brand that had 4,800 storefronts. Some of the other guys, the principals in the company, come from like high level boutique fitness, like thousands and thousands of units. So they understand the power of sitting down and meeting somebody in person and breaking bread with them, not only for the candidate to look at you, but also for you to look at the candidate, right?
Absolutely.
So anyway, that's Discovery Day. I hope that clears it up for those of you guys that are candidates of Alloy or that want to come and visit. We're going to be as transparent and open as we can. We're going to give you a fun experience. You're going to learn about everything that we do. So I would highly recommend that you get here. Keep in mind, though, that we're looking for a good cultural fit as well. So be on your best behavior and just know that it's a two-way street. Don't screw this up. Well, it sounds silly, and but you get where I'm going with that, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and I think that's a good expectation to set, right? Like, hey, you're going to come in with your expectations. We also have our expectations. That's what makes the world go round. That's what makes franchising work is great partnerships at the end of the day. And that's how we look at them. We're getting to a long-term 10-year partnership with someone. We really need to jive. You need to buy into our core values. You need to like our team. We need to like you guys, right? And it's not, it's like any relationship. It's not always perfect.
Sure.
But for the most part, as long as everyone's aligned with what we're trying to accomplish, and that's like we're trying to help our communities get in better shape, trying to give people opportunities, in our communities to have, gainful employment. And we're all trying to make money. Like if we can all agree on that, and every decision that we make is moving us in that direction, we're going to be just fine.
Absolutely.
And if you come to Discovery Day, you'll get to meet the elusive Matt, also known as the Snuffleupagus of Alloy, because he's here, but is he here? Is this a hologram? No one ever meets Matt in person. So you'll actually get to meet the Matt Helland, podcast connoisseur and rock star. So I think that's
just worth coming for that, I guess.
Well, I was about to say, that's worth the whole trip right there. And so, we'll leave it at that. I think
it'd be more of actually meeting the CEO, but we'll go with that.
Nobody wants to meet.
They already hanging out with me a lot.
That's right. Everybody already knows me. I'm just going to pop in.
Not anymore.
I'm going to pop in. I'm going to tell a few jokes, and that's going to be it. And I'm out.
That's it. Well, that's actually another reason to come to Discovery Day, because you're not in that sales seat. So people won't be actually seeing you much.
That's right. I can still use my old jokes. They'll still be funny.
Yeah, they'll be fresh. You'll be coming in.
I like this. All right. Well, listen, hopefully if you're a candidate, we'll meet you at Discovery Day. If not, I hope this helps clear up what it is and why it's important. And Matt, I hope you have a great week, my friend.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Peace. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this content valuable, check us out at alloyfranchise.com for more information on the Alloy systems. Also, leave us a 5-star review so we can spread the good word and help more people.